We've got some other updates coming up. I know the president had the big 4th of July celebration that was celebrated by many, and of course it caused CNN and MSNBC and all those people to openly weep. So we'll get into that today,
Rick,
too.
Did you see any of it?
No, I didn't. I didn't see any of it.
I'm going to tell you when, and I thought Trump did, we'll break it down later, but I thought Trump did a good job. For he sometimes gets off his plan.
Yeah.
And best I could tell, he stayed on it. But when that B-2 bomber and the two Raptors flying off its wings banked behind him, and you could see it coming, and the crowd starts screaming, it flies right over the top of the Washington Monument, that was pretty good. And the Blue Angels did a thing too where they all split and went different directions. Right when they came over, I tell you, it was a pretty sharp deal.
And we wish it wasn't raining, but it was still so cool.
Oh yeah, it was just a constant stream of pretty impressive aircraft. And all this thing was made out about the tanks and all that. You would have thought we were going to roll 400 tanks down Pennsylvania Avenue. There was only two. There was like a tank and an armored personnel carrier on each side of the stage.
I think
that's the Blue Angels coming over, Rick, and they did another pass. They did that, and then they come over and did their split where they go, and I'm telling you, it was really, really cool.
Well, I guess I go back to this, and I'm going by what you guys say, and I certainly trust your assessment of it, but I don't understand, regardless of party, and I would say this, Democrat or Republican, if the sitting president on the celebration of our country's declaration of us being independent and beginning to fight a revolutionary war to achieve independence and to separate ourselves from the tyranny of an overreaching king. If a president for either party wants to take that time, set politics aside, and all that have told me they saw it, including you guys, said there was nothing political about it, and we want to remind all the citizens of the history of our country and remind them that the Declaration of Independence is worthless without your ability to win your independence and without your ability to keep your independence. I don't understand. I think our country could use a history lesson at its current state, and can, regardless of party. This didn't feel. It felt like the country was actually celebrating what the day actually stood for.
Well, we're in such a highly political side. I can't even say the word. Politicized environment right at the moment. Anything that you do is going to be criticized. If they had not had any celebration, it would have been criticized. Right. If he'd have given a speech, it would have been criticized. If you have a blowout party like this, it would have been, and it was. We were watching it, and then we all agreed we've got to flip over to CNN to see them cry about it. And they had 5 or 6 panelists on there, and every one of them was ripping it to shreds. Finally, one of them cracked just a little bit, and he said, well, it was pretty cool to see those planes coming over. And then he went back to how bad it was.
Well, here's the other thing that's beautiful about it, just like we've said 1,000 times on the kneeling of the flag, and we certainly can agree or disagree, but the most wonderful thing about what these founders and those who have continued to pay the lease on the Declaration of Independence and our freedom, it hasn't stopped, and it will continue to go on. And because I put out what we talked about a lot, that it was on the 4th of July, and thanks to all who have continue to pay the lease on the freedom that we all enjoy. And somebody said, well, how much does something like that cost? Trying to be a smart aleck, and I put back hundreds of thousands of lives.
But it never ends. Right, it never ends. You have to continually. It's a lease. That's the thing. You don't buy it.
But I go back to this. Here's the most beautiful thing about what was celebrated on the 4th of July and what was achieved is those who look at this celebration and want to reject it, not participate in it, not watch it, not be part of it, and even criticize it. Your ability to do that is exactly what was being celebrated right there.
Mm-hmm. Look at that picture.
Because in this country, the king doesn't say you come to my celebration or get beheaded and you better look a certain way or my soldiers are going to haul you off. You're allowed to say, I don't even like the 4th of July. I don't want to be part of it. I don't even want to act like it's happening. I don't want to like this president. I don't want to be part of the celebration. I want to criticize what he said. I want to criticize what was done. I want to give my opinion on how I think it ought to be done. That's exactly what was being celebrated. So be thankful you can do that.
Yep, That's right.
And you certainly have the right to do it.
Yep.
And people have a right not to like it.
Yeah.
But we knew,
and you can pay a price for your ability to express yourself. I mean, your freedom to express yourself.
We knew we were going to
as
have
far as
all
I'm talking
these,
about, consequences.
We knew we were going to have all these flyovers as he was, talking about the different branches. But I'm going to tell you, when they banked that B-2 bomber and the 2 Raptors off the wing in the distance, and that they're making that turn to come over and the crowd starts yelling, I mean, it just, boy, the old skin starts piling up on the back of your neck.
Yeah,
You're like,
absolutely.
ooh, awesome.
Absolutely.
And I've seen the B-2 live 2 or 3 times. And I tell you, it is something. If we got audio with that, can we hear the roar of that baby coming out?
Let's see here.
You can hear a little bit of it. Yeah, that's good. But, I mean, really, if the Founding Fathers...
Do you realize the capabilities of that plane, too?
Oh, yeah.
It can carry 28 nuclear warheads.
I have a conversation that I had over the weekend that I'm not sure I should say it on the air, but I'll take you in the break and see what you guys think. But anyway, so
you know
based on what
one plane can do.
Based on what you just said. But again, I think if our Founding Fathers could sit down with somebody who was angry about this, okay, and so tell me what the deal is. Well, I'm very angry about the president. I don't think they should have done this and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I think those founders would have said? Isn't it great that you can do that? Mm-hmm. Because until we declared independence, King George would have come and found you and would have beheaded you. Mm-hmm. So I think
or locked you up and not told you why, kind of like Abraham Lincoln did. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
I literally think that a smile will come across their face and go, "Man, that's awesome." So you're able to do that. Isn't that great?
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of what we did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's it is funny to try to demonize a celebration of your very ability to demonize it.
Yeah.
Kings don't let you do that.
No.
How about this? Tyrannical central governments don't let you do that. Mm-hmm. Communists don't let you do that.
Nope.